What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com and today I'll be reviewing the Beautyrest Black. I'll go over what it's made of, run some tests, give my pros and cons, but I'm going to start with what it feels like. Now the first thing I like to talk about when discussing the feel of a mattress is how supportive it is. I found that the Beautyrest Black is about a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10 on the firmness scale, with 10 being the firmest. That's a pretty supportive mattress. I really like it for the back and stomach sleepers out there. When I was lying on my back, my weight's evenly distributed. I feel really on top of the bed. There is a little bit of foam quilted into the top of the cover, so you will sink in a little bit for a little bit of pressure relief, but really it's going to keep your hips from sinking too far in the mattress, keep your spine aligned in good alignment. Rolling onto your side, this firmness could be a little bit of a problem for the side sleepers out there who I generally think like softer mattresses. You might feel a little jammed up at the shoulders, maybe a little pressure at the hips. Beautyrest does offer a comfort upgrade on the black version of their mattress, so you can get a little bit of a plusher feel if you are interested in that. Now rolling onto my stomach, again, stomach sleepers tend to prefer firmer mattresses because they do keep their hips from sinking in, keep their spine aligned in good alignment. So if you are someone who sleeps on your back, your stomach, or just really wants a firm supportive mattress, I think the Beautyrest Black could be a good choice. Now to give you a better idea of what's going on with the Beautyrest Black, I've cut open the back of it so you can see the materials used and the layers of it. First up, the cover is a blend of polyester and rayon. It's a pretty breathable cover. It's got a nice cool to the touch feeling, and overall I think it does a nice job of avoiding body heat trap. Now within that cover is quilted 2 layers of soft poly foam. It's gonna allow you to sink in just a little bit before you get to that firmer support. Below that we have a layer of memory foam to give you a little bit more pressure relief. You can see that there is a little bit of a slow responsive pressure, and then below that is a transition layer of polyfoam. It's a bit firmer than that, that's quilted into the cover of the mattress, so you're starting with really soft layers and it starts to give you some transitional support, kind of eases you from the pressure relief up top into the support of the mattress, which are these pocketed coil layers below. It gives you some nice bounce to the mattress. You can see that there. Now, pocketed coils give you that nice bounce you might expect out of a traditional innerspring mattress, but they are individually wrapped, so they're a bit better at isolating motion transfer than traditional steel coils because they move individually. Now you might notice that I have to kind of go into the mattress a little bit to get to those pocketed coils. That's because there is a high density polyfoam edge support layer. It's pretty thick, you can see that right here. And basically what that does is it supports the mattress at the edges so you can sleep all the way to the side of the bed, makes the bed feel a little bit bigger. It's a real plus for the couples out there. Now instead of just taking my word on the feel of the Beautyrest Black, I like to run a few tests on all the mattresses that I review. The first one is the pressure map test, and just like it sounds, I put a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now on my back, my weight's evenly distributed. It's blue across the board. That's what I was expecting. It is nice to see that it is going to be, pretty much up to standard here for the back sleepers that are worried about pressure relief. Rolling onto my side, it does range up into that green range. It's not as high as I was expecting it to. I did feel a little jammed up when I was side sleeping here on the Beautyrest Black because it is a bit firmer. But if you are a combo side sleeper, someone who just likes a firm mattress, even if you are a side sleeper, it's not as bad as I was expecting here on the pressure map. Now rolling onto my stomach, again, weight's evenly distributed. I don't really think that the pressure map tells the whole story for stomach sleepers. It is blue across the board. That's a good sign. I do really like the Beautyrest Black for the stomach sleepers because of that firm support. Now another test that I like to run is a bounce test, and basically this is going to tell me how much mobility you can have on a mattress. Are you going to feel stuck in the layers as you're rolling around changing positions? There's a ton of bounce here on the Beautyrest Black. You should not worry about feeling stuck in this mattress at all. I feel really on top of the mattress, able to change positions really easily. There's not a lot of contouring or sinking into this bed at all. So if you are someone who prefers to feel more on top of the bed, the Beautyrest Black is definitely a great choice for you. And finally, the last test that I run is a motion transfer test. Basically, if you share your bed with a partner, if they move around during the middle of the night, get into and out of bed, are you going to wake up from the disturbance transferred across the bed? The way I test that is I put a seismometer down where you might be sleeping, and on the other side of the bed, I drop a 10-pound steel ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches, and the seismometer tracks the disturbance with each of those drops. Now, I was actually pretty impressed with the results of this test here. Usually with bouncy and firm mattresses, you see really high spikes of disturbance transferred with each of the drops, but I thought that the Beautyrest Black did a pretty good job of isolating that motion transfer. Now, before I end the review, I want to give you some of my pros and cons for the Beautyrest Black. First up, reasons I think it would be a good choice for you is if you are a back or stomach sleeper. I found that the firm support did a great job of keeping my hips from sinking into the mattress, keeping my spinal line in good position. That's great for both back and stomach sleepers out there. Now, I would also say it's a great choice if you're looking to sleep cool. If you're worried about your mattress trapping too much body heat, or if you overheat during the middle of the night, I found that the Beautyrest Black did a great job of dissipating that heat, allowing me to sleep cool throughout the night. And finally, I would also recommend it if you're looking for a innerspring build. A lot of the online mattresses today are all foam. They're bed-in-a-box mattresses. The Beautyrest Black has a great firm feel and a lot of bounce to the mattress with a traditional innerspring build. The reasons I would say it's probably not the best choice for you is if you are a side sleeper. The standard version has a really firm feel to it that I felt gave me a little jammed up feeling at the shoulders. If you are a side sleeper and looking at the Beautyrest Black, you might want to look for the comfort upgrade, which gives it a little bit of a plusher feel. And also, if you are someone who really loves that memory foam feel of sinking into the bed, that contouring around your body, you're not going to get that here. You're definitely going to feel more on top of the bed than in it. Now, if you are interested in purchasing a Beautyrest Black, I want to give you some of their company policies. First up, you get a 100-night trial period, so you can have it in your home for just over 3 months, deciding whether you want to keep it or send it back. Shipping is free. They have free white glove delivery. Again, this is an innerspring mattress, so it will not arrive compressed in a box. And there is a 10-year warranty. You want to check out exactly what that covers on their website, but I would say that's pretty standard for online mattress purchasing. And so that's it for my review of the Beautyrest Black. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if your mattress search continues, Google Sleepopolis and best innerspring mattress to see my top picks there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements, and head to sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.